Hello, and thank you for joining me on Talking Stories. My name's Ben, and this week I had the pleasure of speaking to a young man from Perth, Australia named Nathen. These are real stories from real people and a glimpse into an important moment, one person at a time. So join me and Nathen as we share his story. How you going? I'm Ben here with Nathen, and we are talking stories for episode 1. And Nathen, if you've got a story to tell.
I do actually, yeah.
Perfect.
It's one of my favourite stories to tell. I do karate. I'm a black belt. Well, actually, the story's about me getting my black belt. I started my black belt grading, and we've got like 5 different sections, and they all get progressively harder. And after each section, they cull down the pack, so they say if you pass or not, sort of thing. And so we started off with, it's called kata, it's like patterns, so it's doing movements in a row.
Yeah.
And we did 11 katas that back to back.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's
Is this like you're grading to black belt, or
yes,
you're grading?
So I was a brown belt beforehand,
Right.
and this is me getting my black belt.
in karate.
Yeah.
What associations that with?
So it's Yoshikan-Ryu karate.
Okay. Nice, shout out.
Shotokan. Yeah, shout out. Yeah, it's a Shotokan style as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Righto.
So I mean, it's very, very physically intensive. So I got past the kata. I'm very good at kata. I've been competing internationally in karate for like 16 years, so a long time. Yeah, but it still was no easy feat, even for somebody who's been doing it so long.
Of course.
So I did that, and then it was followed by 2.5 hours of basics. So that's going up and down a room doing different movements.
Okay.
And that killed me, and my legs started hurting, and I was nearly dead. But that was nothing compared to the fighting, and that was the last.
Of course, yeah. And then they tie you out at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they give all the free sparring.
I think we get 15 minutes break between that and the fighting section of it. And the fighting is, we fight other black belts, because obviously we're going for our black belt. So we fight, I think it's 12 3-minute fights in a row with a fresh fighter every 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And all those fighters are black belts as well.
Yeah, true.
So by the end of it, I was hardly walking. I couldn't lift my hands up.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, my dad actually did his black belt as well, and he broke his two ribs in his arm.
Oh wow.
During his black belt grading, so it's a very intensive.
It
doesn't happen all the time, but
Was your training leading up to that full contact, or do you kind of progress into full contact? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, we go full contact. Oh, it's full contact to the body, and then it's like medium contact to the head.
Yeah.
So the fighters, when they come out to fight you, obviously if you're in the 12th fight, you've been fighting for half an hour at this point.
Yeah.
And this is a fresh fighter coming in to fight you. He's aware that you're tired.
Yeah, it shows the respect.
Exactly, and you lack control as well, because obviously if you're tired, you're just swinging.
Yeah.
So that they take that into consideration. They don't go out and just destroy you, because they obviously
could. Of course, You're all brothers in that, brothers and sisters for sure.
Yeah, but full contact to the body, and medium contact to the head. So it's pretty, and no face protection, just gloves.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, and mouth guard, obviously.
Yeah, nice.
And so that absolutely killed me, and that was probably the shortest part of my day, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So I finished that black belt grading and I passed, which was probably one of my it was probably one of my biggest achievements in my life.
Nice.
So I finished that, and then obviously after such a long day, I had a couple of beers.
Yeah.
And 2 beers down, my best mate says to me, he's like, "Oh, there's an event in the city tonight." And I'm like, dude, I can hardly walk. I've just been punched for 30 minutes straight.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really want to go out. I have another beer. I'm like, right, maybe I feel like going out now. So it was this event where was it? It was that stadium in Perth.
Off the stadium?
No, it's a smaller one.
Okay.
Anyway, it's one of the stadiums in Perth, and it was a thing called Project X.
Yeah.
So it's very trance. Have you ever heard of it?
Oh.
Very trance, very house sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was amazing night. They had a mid event show where they mimicked Mortal Kombat. Which is pretty awesome. So in the middle of the club, like the music's pumping, they just cut the music,
Yeah.
get everyone to clear a circle in the middle of the dance floor,
That's
and they
it.
had all these actors in these costumes come out.
Full choreograph.
Yeah. There was like
yes.
4 versus 4 of different Mortal Kombat characters, and
Yeah.
they'd fight each other. Obviously, while everybody around them was, cheering and
Yeah.
obviously off their face as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
It was very, very, very cool night. And then
You're struggling to keep dancing, probably.
no, it was, but then again, the alcohol helped.
Of course.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't going my full dance mode,
Yeah,
but
of
I was
course,
pretty
yeah.
close to it. Yeah. And then, So that was an amazing night, and it didn't finish there.
Yeah. Okay.
That
here we go.
finished at I think 1 a.m.
Yeah.
1 a.m. it finished, and then we came out, and we didn't actually want to stop because I was at least 15 beers deep at this point. I wasn't wanting to go home, and then this was one of the best days of my life, and I was like, let's just keep going.
Yeah.
So we walked into the city probably half an hour, and then found this building that was still under construction.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so we hopped the fence. It wasn't a very hard fence to hop.
Yeah.
Hopped the fence and climbed these scaffolding stairs.
Yeah.
Probably 25 stories up. It was one of the main buildings in the city.
Yeah. Okay.
And just sat on top of that
25
roof.
stories.
Yeah, 25 stories.
Wow.
It's massive. Yeah, so we climbed this roof. Obviously, it was just scaffolding and brick at
Yeah.
this point, nothing in it. Got to the top and then just sat on the roof for until sunrise. So another 4 hours or so, and just talked. I think we stopped at the bottle and grabbed a
top up.
12 pack
Yeah.
or something like that. Yeah, and I mean, that was one of the best days of my life.
Awesome. I can imagine the view and just.
The view was impeccable. I mean,
Yeah.
we were kind of risking it getting down at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
We
Right.
had to be pretty subtle, but luckily we got away with it. And then there was no security or anything, so yeah. As long as there's no police watching this video.
Yeah. No.
It's not an admission of guilt.
What a
Yeah, this was in
24 hours,
Melbourne, by the way. No.
Yeah, we went to the show in Perth.
Yeah.
Jumped on the flight.
I'll imagine. Yeah, that would have been the only thing that made the day better. I think was a flight. That would have been sick. Yeah.
Yeah, and I can imagine the next day after waking up with all your muscles repairing overnight.
I didn't get out of bed for at least 3 days.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
then after that, I was physio for two weeks.
Wow.
Every second day.
Yeah.
It was my legs were burned.
Oh, really? That bad?
Burn. Yeah. I mean, because they were burnt after the grading, and then the alcohol
Of course, yeah.
stopped me thinking that they were burned.
Took
But
your
yeah,
livers
they
away.
still were. Yeah. But luckily, I didn't pull any muscles, so that's
that's
a
always
bonus,
good,
yeah.
for sure. No lasting damage is what we want with good
Yeah.
nights.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Yeah. No, but the combination of the grading Project X and climbing a empty building 25 stories high and watching the sunrise, I mean, it really couldn't get much better of a day.
Yeah, what an experience.
Yeah,
That's
no, it
awesome.
was. Yeah.
Sweet as. Well, yeah, thanks so much for sharing your story. Unless you got any more or whatever, but or like any more to the story or whatever.
No, I think that's the
worries.
that's the max of the story. Yeah, that's it.
Perfect. Well, yeah, I really appreciate you telling that for sure and
Thanks very
sharing
much,
that.
Ben.
I love hearing. I'd never be able to have that experience myself. It's very unlikely.
I'm sure you've had a lot of other experiences that are equally exciting. So
I've actually I did taekwondo when I was younger, and
Yeah.
I've done I did my gradings when I was like 17 and
Yeah.
stuff, and
why'd you stop?
I kind of I went into teaching, and I was still pretty young and naive, and I was a bit sort of I wanted to progress my own style, and I just lost time for that. I got back into stuff later on.
Other things get in the way. All the time. I mean, all of our competitors, they eventually kind of find something else or find
For
something.
sure, but it's
interesting.
definitely it sticks with you for life.
Yeah. I've travelled the world through karate.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I mean America, all of
Competitions
Europe,
and all that.
competitions.
That's so cool.
Yeah, competitions in Dubai, Rotterdam,
Wow.
Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas.
Yes.
That was a good competition. Yeah.
Were you 21 for that?
I was not.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I was under the legal age, so I definitely need to go back.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
but I was still. I think I was 13 at the time, so it was early in my competing career. It was the Junior Olympics, I think.
Yeah.
It's not an Olympic official event, but it's in karate. It's called the Junior Olympics.
Yeah.
And there were still the guys who have those hooker cards on the side of the street.
Yeah, okay.
If you haven't been to Las Vegas,
No.
there's tons of people on the side of the road just with cards of naked girl
Righto.
saying, you know, here's this girl, come here tonight and you'll see her, blah, blah, blah. That
Righto,
sort of
righto.
stuff. And they were handing me these cards and I was 13 at the time. So, yeah, I mean, it says a bit about Las Vegas, doesn't it?
True.
Yeah. No, thanks for having me, Ben.
Yeah, no worries.
It's been great.
Pleasure.
Yeah, cheers.
Perfect. All right. Thanks for joining us. And
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you on the next one. Take it easy. So I really hope you enjoyed that. I personally enjoyed just him like going through his story about his grading. It actually brought me back to a time a long time ago where I was in a similar situation and did the whole 9 yards. But I especially liked how he, you know, went out and enjoyed himself afterwards. You know, a lot of people, you know, just get stuck up in the goal, but it is important to enjoy yourself as well after. Probably in a safe way, of course. If you haven't seen my first video, go have a look at that. There's links in the description, and basically just explain why the hell I'm doing this in the first place. But one of the main motivations that I'm doing this for is for a certain paradox that I've discovered in my life that I like to call the goal paradox. Basically, when you fixate on a goal, you make a decision, takes a couple of years or 6 months or whatever, you keep moving forward, and along the way you realize things about yourself, you learn things, and suddenly you're like, oh, why am I even doing this? You know, and you might update your goal and you're constantly growing and evolving as a person. And so over the course of these videos, at the end of each video or whatever, I will be just updating my motivations behind what I'm doing this whole thing for. And as like my motivations evolve for doing this, I'd like to share that with all you guys. So if you like all that, then add a like, add a subscription if you want to see more videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for joining.